Hello, everyone. My name is Awokunle Abiodun, and I'm a student of the Big Data Analytics program at Georgian College. Today, I'm going to be doing a presentation on the permanent resident figures recorded in the United States of America as a way of seeing what the immigration program there is like. And we are looking at a period of review between 2010 and 2019. So this will be my final project presentation as it is for the course be that 1000 data manipulation techniques. And to be able to help me do this today, I have sourced my data from the Department of Homeland Security, www.dhs.gov, Immigration Statistics Yearbook 2019, and basically just to show that you can see the site here, and then on this second link, when you click on it, uh, it opens the zip folder, and then the very first Excel file will give us the data that we are looking for, which is what we have, here. So as you can see, this is my data that I'm going to be analyzing to see basically answer uh, the business questions as to knowing the state that has the most number of permanent residents as a way of knowing where most immigrants go to. And secondly, to also see whether immigration numbers are increasing or decreasing in the United States. And that, to an extent, we'll be able to find out exactly what may be responsible if it's increasing, and if it's decreasing, what may be responsible for that. So to be able to analyze this data, the first thing I'm doing today is to use the pivot table. I have highlighted the particular area that I want to see. So with this, I can click on insert and then click on pivot table, and then I click OK. And so here, the first thing I want to look at is the number of the number of the number of permanent residents in each state in the United States in 2019. So with that, I go to uh, yeah. So just sorry, one moment. Uh, Insert and then pivot table. I click OK, and then I can click on uh, state state or territory of residence, which comes under row. And then I'm only looking at 2019, which comes under value. And if I go to insert again and I click on recommended charts, I'm able to visualize that, which is what I have here. Which is what I have here, and I've decided to use the pie chart to show that. So from here we can see California with the light blue state got the most number of immigrants, and then we can check for all other states. So secondly, I also try to look for I also try to do the same thing with with to check exactly what the figures have been over time for this state of California. So to be able to do that, when you click on state or territory of residence, I click on this drop down menu, and then I can uncheck everything here and then check California alone. I click OK, and then I have 20. So in this case, we are going to pick all the years to be able to see exactly what California figure has been in the period under review. And with that, I have uh, I have it visualized here, so you can see from 2010 to 2019, this exactly as being the figures of people who become permanent residents in California. So to further do a to do further be able to do further manipulation of this data, I've decided to use Python for that. And the first thing I did was to import all these libraries from Plotly, from Cufflinks, from Pandas, from NumPy, and also from Matplotlib. And the first thing to do is to import the data. I've decided to name my data PR1, and then I did pd.read_csv, provided the file path of the data here, and I'm able to call the data, and you can see that data here. However, I have some columns that are not useful to me, and so I'll be cleaning them in Python here. So if you see from column 54 to 58, they are not useful to the manipulation that we want to do, or yes, the assessment, if I can also say that. And also this zero row is also not useful to me. So how do I get rid of this? So I've decided to use this code pr1.drop, open bracket, and then I also have the square bracket, and then I imputed all of the rows that I do not want. And when I run that code and I call the data again, you can see how it is displaying here. So all of the rows that I do not need are no longer there. Fortunately, I don't have any num value. I've been able to use the code to also remove all the num values as it is. They are not useful to me. So the next thing I'm doing is to check to see the information about that table, which you have here. So I use pr1.info, and then I'm able to see that I have 53 non-null uh, by count. I have 53 non-null. So uh, all of the variables here, they have a value assigned to them. And then also I decided initially to do yeah to I decided here to change the index to change the index to change the index of the data set, and then here I'm able to change it to state or territory. So I have had the 1 to 53 removed. And so the next thing I did was to retrieve rows that have numerical values, as you can see here, from 2010 to 2019. Excuse me. I also did the count, the maximum, the minimum, and then I did I did the median, and then I described the data. I also showed what the first 5 rows on the data set, what it is like, and that's from Alabama to California. And then I checked also the last 5 rows on the data set, that's from Virginia to Wyoming. And then if I can go to the data visualization, here we have the let me start with this. I decided to do a bar chart using the matplotlib, and it's showing us what the figures are for each state. If we come here, we have a scattered chart for to show the state or territory of residence, and also I've done another histogram chart here just to view or to visualize the same data. I have also done a scattered chart here, naming the chart, new permanent residents by state, as you can see here. Also, we have a box plot here showing to be able to visualize. I specifically selected the 2019 category to do the box to do the box plot with. Uh, so at the same time, I decided to export the cleaned data to export it to Microsoft Excel. As you can see here, I use this code pr1.to underscore Excel, and then I provided the path where the data set should be exported to, and as such, I have the data exported uh, to my desktop, and here I'm having it shown here. So from here, I've decided to do further visualization by taking it to Tableau. And the first thing I'm showing here in Tableau is to see the state that has the highest number of permanent residents in the period under review. And clearly here we can see that California has the highest number. So what is this saying to those in charge of immigration in the US? It's making them know. I mean, if you see the figure here, this is 2,046,786, but the lowest is coming from Wyoming with 4,499. And what this is telling us is that many people will rather go to California. If I if I say this correctly, the economy of California alone seems to be larger than that of Canada as a whole. So it seems like there are a lot of opportunities here. However, if the goal of immigration is to develop each and every state, then the people in charge of immigration may want to look at, rejig the system so that they can do it in such a way that immigrants can go to other states where they have very low people going to those states. So they can do the immigration, for example, like what we have in Canada, where we have the uh, rural and rural immigration program, where people are encouraged to go to the rural community, because it's best that every nook and corner of the country is developed by having people who are working there, and then building the economy in that place. Secondly, I chose to see what if the immigration figures are rising or if they are declining in the period under review. And from what I can see here, if you look at 2011, we have more people coming in 2011 compared to 2010, but there was a drop in 2012, and then it went up. When we have the highest was in 2016, and then it has been declining since that time. And so we try to find out why are we having a decline in people immigrating to the United States. If I remember correctly, I think there was a change of government in 2016 when President Donald Trump came in, and by popular knowledge, we know that he decided to restrict a lot of people, people from certain countries, from immigrating to the US. So that explains to a large extent why we have a decline in the number of people who are becoming permanent residents in those states. So we can see that declining, but as it is, I mean, some other people also were subjected to extreme vetting, and he also planned to build a wall uh, between Mexico and the United States so that people don't just troop in anyhow. So from here, we see that the immigration level is declining, and if the economy is as important as Mr. Trump wants it, and we all know that immigration helps the economy almost anywhere, then I think that it's time to begin to look at what to do to bring this back up. Thank you.